Check, check. All right, so I have to do this again. It something happened. It stopped recorded, so
That's actually the
I
second
gotta
time.
go ahead and do this. Oh boy. It stopped right there. I was gonna go into chunk, but it stopped right there. Let's just play this. Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act 1976, allowance is made for fair use for purposes such as criticism, comment, news, reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statute that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit educational or personal use tips the balance in favor of fair use. Viewer discretion is advised.
Authorities are retracing the steps of that gunman who opened fire outside the White House Correspondents' Dinner last night, where President Trump, Vice President Vance, and 2,000 other guests were gathered. We have learned that this suspect traveled by train from California to Chicago before continuing on to D.C. Correspondent Natalie Brand has the latest on the investigation.
A day after shots rang out just outside the ballroom of the White House Correspondents' Dinner, forcing guests, including President Trump and members of his cabinet, to take cover, authorities are investigating why the gunman opened fire. Law enforcement officials tell CBS News the suspect, 31-year-old Cole Allen from California, wrote a manifesto in which he stated he wanted to target administration officials, quote, prioritized from highest ranking to lowest. Sources tell CBS News that his brother called police in New London, Connecticut, flagging an alarming email he received from Allen. In an interview on Fox News on Sunday, the president said he wished law enforcement had been alerted sooner.
Well, I heard about the London situation, and I wish they would have told us about it a little bit.
The president also praised the quick action of Secret Service in keeping the thousands of guests at the Washington Hilton safe Saturday night. Agents stopped the suspect as he tried to break through the security checkpoint.
It's a tough thing, though, when you have a hotel in the middle of a city with buildings all around and hotel rooms on top of you, and it's a tough situation. But I thought Secret Service and law enforcement, that includes D.C. police, law enforcement was great.
One Secret Service officer was shot but is said to be doing well and was released from the hospital on Sunday. Security experts say the shooting raises questions about whether enough was done to secure the hotel ahead of the dinner.
It's difficult because you have obviously a hotel that's open to the public. They have other guests that are unassociated with the event last night, and they are going to have to take a hard look at how you make.
Shalom, beloved brothers and sisters, Jews and Gentiles alike. Welcome. Thank you for being here. It is good to be here. Today is indeed Noga, maybe the 31st or 29. Not quite sure. 2nd, 30th. Beloved, what you're seeing here is the Holy One putting the pressure on those people, whether they did it themselves or not. But because what you're seeing is those millionaire, billionaires, those elite, the heat is getting closer and closer every day. If it's not one of them that have their house firebomb with a Molotov, or somebody burned down their toilet paper factory or manufacturing place, if it's not a person shooting them because their health care premium are too high, if it is not somebody threaten them and actually take action against them, they are dying in the airplane crash. They are dying in the car crash. Okay, they are dying in the pickleball accident. Anything, any little thing can kill those people, and any little thing is killing them out there. So why is that? Why is it every single time you turn on the phone, the TVs, or you oops, damn it. There we go. You turn on the phone, the TVs, the radio, or whatever. It is always something bad. And now the faces is always those people. Of course, now they put this dude over there. People are saying he was shot by black men and things like that. You're gonna see those things getting closer, and you people are feeling the heat now, the mighty furnace heat. You're feeling the tongue of Azazel. You're feeling his tongue now, a sharp, fiery tongue in the book of Enoch. Okay, you are feeling those things. You're getting closer and closer, and there's nothing you can do about it. If you see the reaction of those people at that dinner, it wasn't a slow reaction or a reaction that, hey, I'm so calm and I'm not gonna move and stuff. No, it was a frozen deaf reaction. They froze there. They didn't know what to do, how to do it. They just like, is it? Because what's going on, they've been faking all those things, in case when it happened to them, because that's how they believe it's going to happen, some assassination. And somebody will come over there and take them down, preferably a black man, so their people would revolt or rise against black folk, which would be a terrible mistake to do, which should be a horrible and terrible things to do, because what you think you are fighting us on a physical plane, you are not. Just like we never did fought you on a physical plane. We never did. You were always under some spiritual protection because of the blessing. No one in this world can do anything physical without the spiritual. Without the blessing, without the green light, without the go-to in the spiritual realm, you can do his shit. That's why whatever people do, they plan it, it's well done. Once they put it physically, it's not working because they didn't go to the spiritual realm and get the green light and get the blessing. It won't work. So people are talking about this and that, and this World War III or Civil War and stuff. You ain't gonna do no damn Civil War. We told you about it. Your Civil War, race war, the code name was Jacob's Trouble. Okay, Jacob's Trouble. As you can see here, this thing that happened has nothing to do with Jacob. They put some dude over here. They say, oh, he's the one who did it. They caught him or whatever. More than likely, the guy that did this, they never get him. He probably killed a bunch of important people in there. He probably massacred a bunch of them, but they don't say anything. They just show you some footage, some dude that runs so fast past, and then, something happened and whatever. A bunch of shot fired, nobody died. Somebody got glazed, the things like that. Nonetheless, they just give us whatever this news, and we spoke about it. So, but I'm not quite sure what's gonna happening on before Friday or on Friday. But I'll say this: no matter what those people are doing, no matter what they are trying to accomplish out there, it won't work. One, it won't work because we are covered. Two, it won't work because you people are not covered. And three, the blessing is over. It is done. No matter what you're doing, it will not work. Now, the fellow that they put over here, what's this guy? His name is Cole Allen, typical name. He was born in 95, 31 years old. It's just, I don't know where they get this thing. And he's one of those dudes that, I don't even want to go into this dude name because it's just Cole. It's just a generic name, okay? And this guy from Torrance, California, is 31, 3+1. He was born in 95. And all that thing, okay? So he wrote anti-Trump writings and stuff like that, but at least he was the only one that had the guts to go over there and do something, okay? So now we're going to listen to Sir Trump detailing whatever happened to him, this thing. Let's go ahead to Mr. Trump right here.
To freedom of speech.
There you go. Look at Trump, man. He's tired. The guy is exhausted. Look Trump entrance. Look at his work. Look at he's just trudging. He's tired. He didn't even wave and say, USA, USA. Remember last time when he got shot in the ear? At least that's what they said. Remember he got shot in the ear? So he, enter, pumping his face like USA and stuff like that. Because whenever they do something, they are in control. Whenever they do something, give me a second, I'm sorry. Yep, so that's where, that's where it stopped. That's where the thing, it stopped. I was trying to get to Trump. Is it recording now? Okay. All right. Hopefully it doesn't stop, because if it does, I'm going to have to do that. Stop at 11 minutes. 10 minutes. So let's listen to Sir Trump. What's going on? What he was doing. Anyway, Trump is tired, man. Okay, remember the time when Trump got shot, when he's entering, people start clapping like he's a hero or stuff. They get exhausted. Listen to the room. You got Trump. Yo, man. The room is quiet.
Well, thank you very much. That was very unexpected, but incredibly acted upon by Secret Service and law enforcement.
And now those dudes are here trying to do something. Those guys cannot stop you. Once the death and jury being targeted, they can stop it. What's going on here? Trump is being cooked. All those elites are being cooked. All of them are on edge. Okay, they fear each other more than they fear us, because they don't know who's actually doing this. Some they playing, they're like, who did this? Was this one playing? If it wasn't, how did this guy get so close? What's going on? They are doing this and they are doing that and stuff. And of course, people will say, hey man, that was for the market closing on Sunday or whatever. When did this thing happen? Saturday market going to open and stuff, because they're gonna have to do much more outrageous things. And Trump like, this thing is unexpected. How is that was unexpected? You should expect things like that. You should expect stuff like that to happen, because you are a leader or whatever, a king of a country. Things like that, you'll be targeted. Okay, now here you go.
This was an event dedicated to freedom of speech that was supposed to bring together members of both parties with members of the press. And in a certain way it did, because the fact that they just unified, I saw a room that was just totally unified. It was in one way a very beautiful thing to see. A man charged a security checkpoint armed with multiple.
He doesn't even talk like Trump anymore. He doesn't carry the charisma, the characteristic of Trump anymore. Usually the Trump that I knew, the pre-2019 Trump, okay, pre-2019 Trump, he had all the orange was. The orange was heavy upon the fellow. You don't even see that anymore. The toupee, or whatever you want to call it, everything was just so Trump. Who the hell is this guy? Who the hell is this dude? He's just, the acting is like, this is horrible. He doesn't sound like this anymore. You know, it was tremendous, tremendous thing. You don't hear that anymore. You just see this dude, he's trudging and who the hell is this guy? Where is that the orange makeup? Where's the makeup, the heavy makeup? Who the hell is this dude?
Weapons. And he was taken down by some very brave members of Secret Service, and they acted very quickly and have just released, for purposes of transparency, clarity, I've ordered it to be put out. You probably have it by now. Put out on Truth and put out on many other platforms. A tape showing the violence of this thug that attacked our Constitution, and also showing how quickly Secret Service and law enforcement acted on our country's behalf. Really did a great job. One officer was shot, but saved by the fact that he was wearing obviously a very good bulletproof vest. He was shot from very close distance with a very powerful gun, and the vest did the job. I just spoke to the officer, and he's doing great. He's in great shape. He has very high spirits, and we told him we love him and respect him, and he's a very proud guy, very proud of what he does, Secret Service agent. And we looked at all of the conditions that took place tonight, and I will say it's not a particularly secure building, and I didn't want to say this, but this is why we have to have all of the attributes of what we're planning at the White House. It's actually a larger room, and it's much more secure. It's drone-proof, it's bulletproof glass. We need the ballroom. That's why Secret Service, that's why the military are demanding it. They've wanted the ballroom for 150 years for lots of different reasons, but today's a little bit different, because today we need levels of security that probably nobody's ever seen before. But everyone owes a tremendous debt of gratitude to the courage of law enforcement, the law enforcement, and working with the D.C. police. And we just spoke with the mayor, and when we're finished, the police chief is going to take over and discuss it also from their viewpoint. But they also performed exactly as they were supposed to, and you see the attacker in different positions, but you also see the attacker totally subdued and under control. So as you know, this is not the first time in the past couple of years that our republic has been attacked by a would-be assassin who sought to kill. In Butler, Pennsylvania, less than 2 years ago, you all know that story, and in Palm Beach, Florida, a few months after that, we came close. We really had, again, we had some great work done by law enforcement.
Look,
Trump
would never read this thing. This thing that he's reading would literally come out of his mind, his head. He wouldn't read anything. He would just go out there and say stuff. Who the hell is this dude? I mean, look at the picture, man. Look at the face. Who is this guy? Whatever you people are doing out there, this is an F. You guys getting an F. That you need to go back and get your acts together. Who is this dude? Look at the facial feature. This is a lookalike. It's not, again, this is all my opinion, all right? This is not conspiracy theories or whether he's not the real one or not. But Trump who wore this? Who wore this type of things? What kind of professional person would want something like that? Who wants something that sound like Trump for Trump to read as Trump? Who's doing this? Huh? Who's doing that thing? Trump doesn't need to read something that sounds like him. Probably the fellow kicked the bucket years ago. Probably when last year, when they said they didn't see him for a few days or whatever, probably the fellow is no longer here. Because you're looking at this is not the Trump that I know. Okay, the Trump that I'm familiar with. This is not it. Okay?
Of this evening's events, I ask that all Americans recommit
Where's
with
the
their
hand
heart.
movement? Where's the hand movement and stuff like that? He started, we are 352. Okay? Watch when he get there. The walk. Okay?
Well, thank you very much. That was very unexpected.
Trump would never open like that. He would open it with the God bless America only. His hand would have been waving all over. I'm going to scroll over this. You don't see Trump hand move, not even once. He doesn't do the hand waving thing, none of that. He just be still and reading a script all the way up, all the way down. The hand stay on the podium. He doesn't move. This is not the actual Trump, at least the one that I know. You can scroll up to this. We were at 352. Okay, 350, 352.
All Americans recommit with their hearts and resolving our difference peacefully. We have to resolve our differences. I will say, you had Republicans, Democrats, Independents, Conservatives.
This is where he would move his hand. He would have say, he would have, making the white supremacist white power sign and do all these things. He doesn't.
Liberals and progressives. Those words are interchangeable, perhaps, but maybe they're not. But yet everybody in that room, big crowd, record-setting crowd. There was a record-setting group of people.
Record-setting crowd. There was a record of setting group of people. What is this? Listen to this, beloved. Listen.
But yet everybody in that room, big crowd, record-setting crowd. There was a record-setting group of people.
Record-setting crowd. There was a record group in there. Who wrote this? This person tried to sound like Sir Trump so bad. It's just cringe. Like, what you anyway. Good grief. Record-setting crowd with a record what? With a record set of people? And look at those two dudes standing there. They felt like they're standing. It just. When you look at, you see, when you're a Secret Service, your eyes and your head is on the swivel. But look at those two dudes.
And there was a tremendous amount of
This
love
dude is
and coming
dead
together.
looking.
I watched
That
and
guy
I was
is
very, very impressed by that.
I don't know what he's
But,
looking at.
we
Trump.
were, First Lady and I were taken very well care of, very quickly rushed off the stage. Vice President J.D. Vance, who's here, was likewise beautifully done. He was just saying how quickly everybody acted, law enforcement, Secret Service in particular in this case, but law enforcement. Marco had the same thing. Pete was there. Pete didn't want any help. He didn't want anybody.
He just moved his hand once now. He's telling you the people that were there as if we didn't watch the video, we didn't know. This is like so like Trump, but yo, what the hell is this? Okay, look at let me enlarge the thing. Look at the facial feature. Where is that orange stuff that Trump used to put there? The good luck powder, the orange powder he used to put in there. Where is it?
To help. He doesn't want anybody to help him, but he did get some, didn't you? And I think you also said that it was very impressive. So with that, I'd like to ask Todd Blanche to come up, say a few words, and tell you it's already underway. The man has been captured.
The manage and the men that been captured. We are the greatest country. Where is that? What happened? Is he tired? It's just like wherever, it's two things. Wherever Trump is tired of Trump or wherever that guy is tired of playing Trump. It's two things. Which one is it? This dude, like, even that guy is looking at like, fuck this nigga's doing, man. You giving this shit up, man. We've been made. This dude like, oh, okay, all right, we've been made. They know. This dude is looking at him like, what the hell is he doing, man? We rehearsed this ish. Okay, Trump usually lean his head to the left This dude is leaning to the right. I don't know why.
They go into his apartment. I guess he lives in California, and he's a sick person, a very sick person. And we don't want things like this to happen. I think it's very important that I say, though, and I told the representatives of the evening, they did such a beautiful job. It was such a beautiful evening. And again, they're talking about free speech in our Constitution. That's what it's all about, not just.
Listen, they did such a beautiful job, such a beautiful evening. Ay. I should have never studied AI, man. I should have never studied
White House correspondence. It was really based on free speech in our Constitution. But I said very importantly that we'll do it again within the next 30 days, and we'll make it.
Trump would have leaned up on the podium. He would have put his right hand or left hand, he was of lean on it because he couldn't stand for too long. He couldn't stand for too long. He would have just lean on there and make the whole thing about himself. He would have never said Pete was there, great people was there. No, he would have made himself the center of that. He would have said, I knew he was coming and I saw him. And I was not scared because I know Jesus is with me. America #1. He would have just made the whole thing about. He would have never called, I'm calling this guy to come over there and steal my shining. Trump never shared the shining with anyone. He never shared the glory, not even with God or Satan. He always take everything with him. He didn't lean up on the podium, whatever that thing is, once. Okay?
Bigger and better and even nicer. So I just want to thank everybody that was involved. I also want to thank the press, the media.
Okay, he moved his hand.
You've been very responsible in your coverage. I will say I've been seeing what's been out. You've been very responsible. So Todd Blanche, I'd like to say a few words, and then we're going to have cash. And then you're going to go on. We can ask, I guess we can take a couple of questions.
That's 3 times.
I want to thank the First Lady that was a rather traumatic experience for her.
Trump would have never said this. He would have never said anything about the First Lady. He never referred to her as the first. He would say Melania. I would think Melania. He would have never taken her to. And I'm glad that was eyes there and protect Melania. She's a woman. Nothing against women, but she was the first woman, First Lady, that rely on me and stuff. It was a tremendous protection, the best protection there is. And then he would have waved his hand all the time doing this thing. Who the hell is this guy? What happened? Is he tired? Look at this, man. Look at Trump's eyes. He is half awake. And this dude is like, what the fuck this nigga was doing, man? That guy, did you hear this ish, man? Are you hearing this? Are you watching this ish right there? The guy is tired. Whoever this is like, yo, man, come on out there, man. I got like 3 more years to dude like, yo, son, I have 3 more years to go with this ish, man. Like, god damn, my Negro, man. Like, yo, just go out there and make the truth known, man. America can take the truth. They've been hiding it for over 400 years. They can take the truth, man, about this, man. Just make it out there and say, hey, man, the Negro 6 feet under is having some form of spicy cocktail with the Pope. Pat Robertson. That fellow, Mr. Jeff Webb, is that what that is? The guy that was the, Kirk whisperer. He's over there with Charlie Kirk, man. They are dancing on hardcore right now. Trump is walking on hardcore right now. This dude was like, you seen this shit, man? It's like, you see this, man? We rehearsed with the Negro, man. He didn't stick to the script. All right.
There's a lot of action taking place up there very quickly. But again, the response time was really incredible. And we're going to
he would have said the response time that I took was tremendous. It was incredibly tremendous. I never seen anything like that. But
schedule, we're going to do it again. We're not going to let anybody take over our society. We're not going to cancel things out because we can't do that. We wanted to stay tonight. I will tell you, I fought like hell to stay. But it was protocol. They said, please, sir. because they didn't know there was a lot of action going on, and they didn't know could there be probably a lone shooter, but we'll find out. We'll find out very quickly. They have it very well under control. So I want to thank everybody very much. And Todd Blanche, please.
Okay, this is not what the typical Trump would have said. Okay, Trump would have literally said, like, the people wanted me to stay so they can shoot me one more time. And I told them, no, this is according to protocol. I have to protect myself and Melania. I have to bring my tremendous protection upon me because the American people need me. I am not letting some guy, nothing against black people, I love them so much, they're the one that elected me, but I'm not letting a black thug guy coming over there and shoot the president. So I told them I have to. They want me to stay like hell, and I said, no, I am not going to hell. I'm going home in heaven. That's what Trump would say. That's what Trump would literally say. But anyway, I'm not quite sure what the hell is going on out there, why this thing is happening like that, why Trump is doing this. But anyway, over 40,000 acres burned in Georgia. The wildfire is still burning in Georgia. Let's see what's going on here. This was uploaded an hour ago. And then after that, we'll move to the next thing.
Right now in Georgia, evacuation orders have been issued as two wildfires continue to spread rapidly across the state. Those two separate fires are burning in Georgia and are spreading quickly. Officials in the state say more than 40,000 acres have burned between the two fires. A curfew has been implemented in several fire zones so emergency crews can safely continue battling those flames. These wildfires have also led to the state's first ever mandatory burn ban. Residents are being urged to follow all evacuation orders, and officials are calling the situation dynamic, warning that strong winds are expected and that could cause the fire to spread even faster.
I've said this is a dynamic fire event that is wind driven. It has stoked that fire, and this is a major event. So please, if you're given an evacuation order, leave the scene. This fire is moving at a fast pace, and we do not have much control over where it's currently moving. Please leave.
And the fire has been burning since Monday, destroying more than 100 homes and continuing to threaten additional structures.
We've never experienced nothing like this before. We do have a curfew in effect, and that is for those affected zones.
Okay, 40,000. Look at those people, man. Is this Jacob's trouble? My problem is, like, Big Levi, you have to understand, the government is doing this. Those people are trying to fake this so they can steal the land. Steal it? Back from the stealer? Steal it? Back from the thief? Steal it? Back from the robbers? So wait, now, they all want to build a smart city. Good grief. What is a smart city exactly? Well, it's a city where you can get everything within 10 to 15 minutes. You don't need to use car and stuff like that. You mean like New York, Atlanta, or any major city? Well, the internet and stuff like that, everything is smartphone. You mean everything right now, pretty much anywhere and everywhere. Hell, even in Africa. You do know Rwanda, okay? Rwanda. They have a smart city, the capital city, Caligula or Caliga. I'm not quite sure. Let's see, what's the capital city of the What's the capital city of Rwanda? Kigali. Yeah, Kigali. Okay. You do know Kigali in Africa. Okay. Rwanda is pretty much, okay, it's a smart city. All right. They are far ahead of the US when it comes to infrastructure. Well, not infrastructure, but when it comes to integration of technology in their stuff. They are moving. Okay. They haven't get any war ever since the great massacre. Okay. All right. The cleansing. So they make peace with that. They are moving on. All right. Rwanda, Kigali is very advanced. Everything is digital over there. You mean like Kigali? Is that what that is? Is that what's going on over there? Okay. So, oops, that's not this one. Yeah. So, they're gonna build a smart city where the internet will be fast, or you will be prisoner. You won't be able to do whatever you want. You mean like right now? Or you won't be able to do this. You won't be able to say this. Everything will be controlled by AI. You mean like right now? Look, those people are not doing this to themselves. And nobody wants to do these things to themselves just to prove a point to you. Remember, they are not burning the hood. They are burning their own houses, their own land. Right now, it was 54 homes. Now I heard it's somewhere around like 57 or there's a 7 there. 57, 87, something, in Georgia.
Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay out of there.
Stay out of
we
what?
Have constant. Everybody, stay out of there.
I got something better from for you. We play this. I got a Big Levi topic here. Oh boy. Oh, that's it. Oh, let's go to Happy Jubilee, the full album. Let's play. Let's listen to the fellow. Oops.
We have constant movement. Stay out of there. Everybody, please stay out of there. Please stay out. Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay out of there. Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay. Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay out of there. Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay out of there. Please stay out of there. Everybody. Officials that are trying to lose affected zones. Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay out of there.
Shut up. The Holy One gave us a sign that the appointed the time is nigh. We look trust in the eyes of redemption. We find favor in the grace of salvation indeed. In the midst there is judgment. Transgressions feel divine punishment. They see it in the celestial alignment. Even feeling it in their environment. They can't trick us into praying for them. They told us we are the descendant of him. The truth say that we are from Shem. There is no shame in our game. Spiritually with the highest cam. In comparison they remain the same. Do not interfere when the Most High's in the zone. Do not interfere when the Spirit's in the zone. Do not interfere when the angels in the zone. Do not interfere when the sisters in the zone. We don't lean to the right. We don't lean to the left. We keep walking straight up. We keep walking straight up.
Who's affected zones? Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay out of there. We have constant movement in there with our who's affected zones. Please stay out of there. Everybody, who's affected zones. Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay.
Is one trick pony, using our only line to suck our energy. No more prayer for the church. We do our own study and research. We are not fooled by your vassal. We are not dismayed by your blasphemos. Because of the curse we were blind. We were treated as non-humankind. At the time, your breakdown was the talk of the town. Our image copper, turning brown. Around the world there was a frown. The Holy Spirit to shut you down. She expose you, you guys are clown. This is the holy smackdown, takedown. So stand down and sit down for the showdown. Do not interfere when the Most High's in the zone. Do not interfere when the Spirit's in the zone. Do not interfere when the angels in the zone. Do not interfere when the sisters in the zone. We don't lean to the right. We don't lean to the left. We keep walking straight up. We keep walking straight up. Brothers and sisters, stay out of it. When the Most High's working, stay out of it. When the Holy Spirit working, stay out of it. When the angels in the midst, stay out of it. Brothers and sisters, stay out of it. When the Most High's working, stay out of it. When the Holy Spirit working, stay out of it. When the angels in the midst,
affected zone. Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay out of
The
there.
Holy Spirit, feminine haters, suffer the same fate as your masters. Leave them folks alone. Separate yourself to the bone. We were not the cosign on this loan. We did not cast the first stone. Let them reap what they had sown. On their behalf we make no atone. This is the time to mourn. Let them gnash teeth and groan. Take back the throne. All gas, no break in the zone. Gimmicks and fuss be gone. Do not interfere when the Most High's in the zone. Do not interfere when the Spirit's in the zone. Do not interfere when the angels in the zone. Do not interfere when the sisters in the zone. We don't lean to the right. We don't lean to the left. We keep walking straight up. We keep walking straight up.
Who's affected zone? Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay out of there. Who's affected zone? Who's affected zone? Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay. Who's affected zone? Please stay out of there. Everybody.
Is that what that is?
Hey, we do not have much control.
100 homes, 100 homes, and continuing to threaten it. 100 homes.
Who's affected zone? Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay out of there. We have who's affected zone. Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay out of there. Who's affected zone? Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay out of there. Who's affected zone? Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay out of there. We have constant movement in there with our who's affected zone. Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay. Who's affected zone? Who's affected zone? Who's affected zone? Who's affected zone? Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay out of who's affected zone. Please stay out of there. Everybody, stay out of there. We have constant movement in there with our officials that are trying to combat this thing.
Stay out of it. 40 days fast, 40 days in the desert, 40 days in Noah's Ark, 40 night in Noah's Ark, 40,000, it's there. Stay out of it. Now, beloved, why is this happening? What seems to be the issue here? Why is it that this thing... Oops. I'm trying to get this. Why is it's been over a month now, this fire is burning, and you don't hear any big YouTubers or people on TikTok, what the fuck is going on? Why Georgia turned into California? What's going on? What happened there? You know, but the whole Sir Trump thing, it will be all over. All right? Here's the issue. Genesis 15 verse 13, and it said unto Abraham, know of a surety that thy seed shall be a stranger in a land that is not theirs, and they shall serve them, they shall afflict them 400 years. 1619, 2019, 400 years is over. The moment we reach 2020, the entire world changed. The vibration, the frequency, everything changed. And it didn't change for the better. You see the 10 plagues, of course, if you read the book, the 10 plagues is only multiplying, increasing, and amplifying. It's been boosted up. Okay, the fiery conflagration of the cities, the sword, the sorrow, the sadness, you know, all these things, it is there. And it's not going to get any better. Because those people refuse. They know the truth. Now, here's the other thing. We spoke about this in the other video. Okay, the other Esau's Trouble last week about the scientists. Look, listen, those scientists are not your friends. They are the one out there reverse engineering our technologies. They are the one out there covering up, saying, "Oh, those are little green aliens. Those are the little UFOs." pretending they are telling the truth and say, well, the government don't want to tell you the truth, follow me and I'll tell you the truth. And the truth is, aliens do exist, but they are far away, and they are coming over there to destroy us. You guys are the one that work for those people. You make all those top food. You are the one that reverse engineering the food, making all the poison. You are the one that spraying Haitian to the air. Those people are not smart enough to do this on their own. They need the chosen. They need a couple of the smart one, pay a few bucks, and they did those things. You guys are the one that put all those chemicals, not only in food, clothes, the air, and pretty much anything, the water, the juice, the drinks, everything. You are the one that doing these things for those people. And then you know what to eat, you know what not to eat, and you got whatever the antidote to whatever that thing is. You guys are the one that put poison in the medicine. You are the one that do all those pharmaceutical garbage. You're the one that tell them, hey, don't let that come out there because it killed this. Don't let that come out. And then you come and say, oh, the government did this. The government ain't smart. There are plenty of people that work for the government, in the government. They're like, you guys are not smart at all. Without people that work in the government, without the smart ass, those people are not smart at all. And this is gone for all government around the world. I know this. I know I've witnessed, I've seen what actual government doing. When the government have to do their job, they can't do it. They need the people to do it. They need the best creme de la crop. They need the scientists to do this. Those scientists are not your friend. Remember, it was the science. It was those scientists that came in and say magic doesn't exist because there is no proof of it. You cannot prove it. Even the proof is all over. You guys, you scientists were the one that say God doesn't exist. Nothing exists. Mermaid, those things doesn't exist because there is no proof. You're the scientists that literally did the final job that religion, was doing. You forbid pretty much everything. You said every single thing can be resolved and explained by science. Up until you get a wildfire, you cannot stop with your science. You guys are the one that say you even have a whole religion by the name of science. You guys, everything is science. Everything can be explained and be done and by science and stuff like that. But when it comes to natural stuff, you can't say anything. Those people are not your friend. Those scientists are not. They were and they still are harming our people. That's why they are being removed. It's not like the government are removing their best mind and stuff like that. No, the Holy One is removing them. Their job is done. Let's keep on moving to the next video.
Visit Jackson has been aiming to revitalize Mississippi's capital city for years, and part of that is bringing big attractions to the area.
12 News' AC Lewis spoke with Visit Jackson officials and joins us to share what they say could be vital for the economic status of Jackson. AC?
Yolanda Claymore with Visit Jackson says that a concert featuring big names like T.I. and Rick Ross was expected to come to the Veterans Memorial Stadium in May to provide residents with a show like no other, but the demand simply wasn't there.
It has been rescheduled, and I really think that the promoters just got a little spooked because of low ticket sales. Jackson is typically...
Look, low tickets. No, look, listen, the blessing is done. Everybody's tired. They have enough of it. Coming to see with T.I., Rick Ross, Little Wayne, Little Yaki. What? You guys are pushing that bunny thing so bad that people, am I the only one who remember that bunny fellow was a woman? Timeline switch, probably I'm the only guy that remembers, wait, that used to be a woman, an actual woman. But anyway, so people are tired, son. People are like, yo, what? $150, $1,000 for a ticket to go over there to see two dudes I can see. Now, I'm seeing those guys every day on social media. They have social media, they have YouTube, the stuff. Is that what that is? We watch this. YouTube T.I. channel. T.I. has a YouTube channel, okay? If I need to see T.I. right now, I just go to T.I. channel, and the latest video that he uploaded was about 3 weeks ago. A video. What's his live? Has he ever done any live? He done one live 5 years ago. Okay, the one live 5 years ago. He got many shorts. The last shorts. Now, if I wanna, I found out I want to listen to T.I. or know what's going on, I just go there. Okay, there's music in there. I don't want the music to get into this thing. They go celebrate. This is T.I. Okay, let's see. Rick Ross YouTube channel. If I want to listen to Rick Ross or see what Rick Ross is doing, listen, this is what Rick Ross is doing, okay? All right, I can see this without paying $150, $200, $1,000 to go see Rick Ross, you know? No, this is Rick Ross right there. You want me to pay $1,000 to see? You want me to pay $1,000 to go see Rick Ross doing this? Is that what that is? Is that what that is? People are tired of this, man. People are tired of that. Like, yo, who, yeah. The illusion. Let me see any live. Okay, those are videos. The last video was released 2 weeks ago. 10,000 views with a 4 million. With a 4 million, this dude got 4 million, 4.9 million. He released a video. Whatever. It's 10,000 view 2 weeks. I don't know, man. It's just like people, what the hell? People don't want those things anymore, son. They know the blessing is done.
A walk-up market, and that kind of hurts us sometimes when we have these bigger events that want to come here. But these promoters have a lot invested in the artists and the venue that they're trying to bring here, and sometimes they get a little spooked on whether that's going to be successful or not.
Claymore says that while the demand wasn't where it needed to be, other factors came into play for the rescheduling of the concert.
We'll get our outfit, we'll go get our hair done, get our nails done, and won't even buy the ticket if it's here locally. But if it's in a Birmingham or a Memphis, then I think they typically buy their tickets ahead before they travel. But for some reason, here in the city, they wait to the last minute to buy their tickets.
She says improvements to the capital city will in turn create a positive momentum for the entirety of the state.
I mean, Jackson is the nucleus of our state.
Well, there is the thing, the volcano. You people are not talking about the volcano that is under the Coliseum over there in Jackson, Mississippi. And you guys don't want to say none of this thing. But nonetheless, man, people are tired, son. People are tired of these old bull, gang. Listen to Negro coming over there and talking about how much money he has when you're struggling. Come on, man.
Good evening. I'm Tracy Sinclair coming on with some breaking news. We received confirmation both from the family and from the Anchorage Police Department that the body that was found earlier this week in a Spenard neighborhood is in fact the body of 19-year-old Kelly Hunt. She was a Shaktoolik teen that was in the Anchorage.
Okay, so 19, 1 plus 9, who knows, and who's in the mix. Now, excuse me. The reason why I played this video is because folks, for instance, the name of the person that, these photos, Melvin Hunt, the Hunt is there, the hunter and all that. And every single now and then you see they found someone dead somewhere in the woods, in their car. Something happened, they just found him dead. They don't know what happened, and is somebody killed them? Probably. Did they kill themselves? Most likely. What happened? And those are young people. Remember that dude last week, Mr. Jordan Scales? horrible things, and it's keep going on, okay?
Bridge area came into Anchorage, according to police, on January 6th. She was last seen on January 7th at a home in the Spenard neighborhood, about 5 minutes away from where her body was found. Now, Edward Jackson, Kelly's brother, was the one to report her missing on January 11th when she didn't complete a planned trip from Anchorage down to Soldotna. Jackson told Alaska's news source that police called him this evening to notify the family. He also said that earlier this week they did request dental records of Kelly Hunt. As I said, Kelly Hunt's last known sighting was on January 7th in that Spenard neighborhood, probably about a 5-minute walk from where her body was found. Anchorage police and the family have both released statements as of this evening. This is the statement from the family. The family would like to express our deepest thanks and gratitude to everyone who has taken part in the search efforts for our sister Kelly. Your time, dedication, and compassion mean more than words can describe. From the volunteers who did ground searches to those sharing information and offering support, each of you has made a difference. In moments like these, it is your kindness and sense of community that shows strength and hope is out there. Thank you for standing with us, for not giving up, and for showing such care and love during this difficult time. Again, that was the statement from the family of Kelly Hunt.
Wow.
Anchorage police also released a statement from Chief Sean Case, and he says that the case remains under investigation and therefore we are limited in what information we can share. We ask.
So again, they can never say what happened there. How did this woman, they say this woman from this thing is found dead, okay? Another one. Family and friends continue to search for girl 15 reported missing. All right. Students, those two students, they got killed by their roommate. The whole Officer Ashley, they put out there. Let's see. Pregnant woman found shot dead in her BMW. Okay.
Atlanta police are looking for a shooter who killed a pregnant mother of two found behind the wheel on the downtown connector. Officers found her last Tuesday on the northbound side of I-75, just before the I-20 interchange near Central Avenue.
Now her family is hoping anyone in rush hour traffic that evening who saw something will go to police. Fox 5's Rob Durienzo is at our live desk. And Rob, still so many unanswered questions for this grieving family.
That's right, Courtney Russ, good evening to you both. I spoke with 34-year-old Bianca Huntley's older brother. He says she was about 4 months pregnant, expecting a baby girl. APD found Huntley in her car along I-75 with a gunshot wound. She died at Grady.
Oof. Yeah, I-75, she was on the highway driving, and then somebody killed her. Could be road rage, could be anything. It's just those folks just die, and nobody can really explain why. Then again, I keep telling our folks, it has to happen like this. It's supposed to,
That was harder than anything,
An immeasurable loss for Bianca Huntley's family, not just because she was murdered, but so was her unborn child.
She was expecting 4.5 months pregnant. I believe it was to be a baby girl that she was going to name Heaven.
Atlanta police say they got a call about a person shot last Tuesday around 6:15 to I-75 North, just before the I-20 interchange. Cops found her shot in her...
She was going to name the baby Heaven. Another word, paradise. Another word, blessing. Okay? These go both ways.
White BMW on the shoulder. Her brother says they have little understanding of why.
You kind of know how road rage can get in things like this. We don't know at this time if it's that. We don't know.
Again, the brother name is Ezekiel Lenoir. Okay, Ezekiel Lenoir. Lenoir is French for the black or the dark one. Or the darkness. Ezekiel, and this is properly the E-Z-E-K, the proper Ezekiel Lenoir. That's the older brother, okay? All right, if we go ahead and we go to the name, let's see if we can go to the name right there. Back then, YouTube used to talk, but I ain't talking anymore. What does the name Ezekiel means? Ezekiel is a Hebrew boy's name, meaning God's strength. God will strengthen, or strength of God. Derived from Yekezkel, it is a significant biblical name borne by a major prophet in the Old Testament. It signifies spiritual resilience, and it is popular for its melodic sound and strong religious undertones. Yeah, whatever. So Ezekiel was the only 2 of 3 Kabbalists in the Bible. Ezekiel was a Kabbalist. Samuel was one. John, not John the Baptist, the other John, was one. That's 3. Yahushua was one. Isaiah was one. And the last Kabbalist, and they go one per period. Most of the prophets weren't Kabbalists. Kabbalist is the top dog. Like we explained it before, a neophyte is one of you that are interested. You want to know what manipulation of energy is, and you are learning. An adept is one of you that have been studying with us for the past 4 years. You've been studying magic, so you become an adept. In 5 years, you're going to become a magician. Now, people thinking magician is those folks that do those little tricks. That has nothing to do with that. And a Kabbalist is the one that speaks for God. A Kabbalist is the top. A magician is a mechanic. You know, a neophyte is a driver. So if you're a neophyte, you know how to drive a car. But if something happened to the car, you don't know what it is and how to repair it. So the magician, not only if you're a neophyte, you are not a magician. You know how to ride a car. You don't know how to repair it. A magician is a mechanic. He can drive the car. He can repair it. A Kabbalist is the manufacturer and everything. He can not only drive the car, he can repair the car, he can make the parts, he can disassemble the car, reassemble the car, he can take the car pieces, make an airplane out of it, he can speak the car into existence and speak the car not unto destruction. He can put insurance in it, he can do anything and everything in it. That's a Kabbalist. So Ezekiel was probably one of the, if not the top, if not the most powerful Kabbalist ever existed. Okay, his stuff is really heavy. When you go into the valley of the bone, you go with the wheel within the wheel. Ezekiel is tough, man. Ezekiel and Isaiah, it's really tough. Samuel too, you know, one of my favorite prophet, Samuel was, and one of the top one, Moses was, but Moses didn't last that long. He died really, you know, young in there, in the profession. He died really young. Though they say he died old man, but for a Kabbalists live pretty much for eternity. They just decide whenever they want to die. When their mission's gone, you're like, all right, I gotta go home. They die. That's what you need to strive to be, a Kabbalist. Out of the 12 disciples, only one become the Kabbalist. Yahushua was one. The last one was John. That was John of Patmos. Okay, that was John of Patmos. Because there are a couple of John out there. Who was John of Patmos? Okay. John of Patmos is the traditional recognized author of the book of Revelation. In the New Testament, he was a Christian prophet exiled to the Aegean island of Patmos, modern Greece, during Roman persecution, often identified by tradition as John the Apostle. So John the Apostle was the only brother that turned into a Kabbalist that actually was actually complete what Yahushua gave. That's why he was the only apostle or prophet that didn't die a horrible death. All of them except for John of Patmos, because he was a true Kabbalist. He wrote the entire book of Revelation. People always confuse John of Patmos with John the Baptist, but it's really they make it like that so you can confuse them. But John of Patmos, they put him as an apostle. He was not an apostle. He was a full-blooded prophet, student of Yahushua. He passed the mantle unto him, just like Elijah passed it unto his brother, or this brother passed it unto him. Very confusing. So I don't want to go too much into this, but his name, Ezekiel, speak volume. Okay, this name speak volume. Le Noir. Now, the name Le Noir, what does the name Le Noir means? Okay, the name Le Noir is French origin, meaning the black or the dark. Okay, historically used as a nickname for a person with dark hair or swarthy complexion, or someone who wore dark clothing. Anything to say it was about black people, right? Just anything. It is a gender-neutral, often stylized name associated with French, Breton, or Norman origins. Okay, they are talking about the actual French, the Breton, the British, English, Norway, ancient Scandinavian. They are talking about the Le Noir. That's why they were depicted. But they said no. If somebody keep wearing black clothes, they make them Le Noir. It's just okay. Dominique Le Noir. It's a black name. It's a nobility black name. The dark one. Darkness was always associated with good thing. In fact, most people would choose darkness over light because of the significance of darkness. In fact, to the AK, we don't choose either darkness over light or light over darkness. We are both. We choose both. We control both. We use light when it's time for us to use light, and we use the darkness when it's the time for us to use the darkness. So this name right there, I'm going to reverse right here. The name right here, Ezekiel Le Noir, God is my strength in the darkness. Remember, the Holy One says in the good book, when he was talking to Solomon, he says, Solomon, you're going to build me a temple, and I will dwell in the thick darkness. Many people think like they can find the Most High with light. No, the Holy One is in the deep, triple thick darkness. Which book where the Most High God told Solomon to build him the temple in the darkness? Well, he said, oh, no, I should have done this. Which passage in the Bible where God said he will dwell in the darkness? All right, First King 8:12. Let's go get it. No. First King 8:12 KJV. Let's get it right here. First King 8:12. Then spake Solomon, the Lord said that he will dwell in the thick darkness. If you don't know what this word means, thick darkness, and if you never experienced this abyss, this thick darkness, you never face it, you don't know, you never spent like a couple of thousand years into this darkness, fighting and see before you see the face of the Holy One, it's an experience you need to do. And we provide a way for you to do this. Join our Patreon. Oh, hang on. Join our Patreon right here. While I'm here, we have an important schedule. An important schedule. We're going to do this. Join us, okay? Since November 2nd, 2024. We've been doing this since 2023. A lot of us went there. Sister Kayla, Carla went there. So it's good. Wait. Did I? Damn it. What happened? I should have. Okay, this should have been the first post, but I posted this. We have a schedule change. The class usually it used to be at 8:30 to 10:30. Now it's going to be, we started on Monday, May 18th. We're going to begin the class 12:30 p.m. to 2:30 p.m. Eastern Time on our Patreon for the Patreon students only. Go ahead, sign up. We are studying to show ourselves approved. Many people think you're going to have to study only the Bible or religious group to show yourself approved. No. If you're not studying to show yourself approved, then you did the same thing that the Holy One said you did. You have rejected knowledge, and because you rejected knowledge, I also rejected thee. Many of the crap that we get involved in life because we weren't wise enough to think, we didn't have the wisdom to deal with whatever that thing was. Okay, join our WhatsApp, and if you need the book, get the book on Amazon.
The 8K family.
Have you ever felt a deep yearning for spiritual growth but didn't know where to start? What if I told you there's a guide that can lead you through every step? Introducing the 8K Family Handbook. This comprehensive guide is your ultimate companion for spiritual empowerment, offering invaluable insights and practical steps to enhance your spiritual journey. What's inside? Perform spiritual background checks. Learn how to assess spiritual energies and protect yourself from negative influences. Connect with your guardian angel. Discover methods to establish a strong, supportive relationship with your guardian angel for guidance and protection. Develop your magical abilities. Unleash your innate magical potential with step-by-step instructions and exercises tailored for all levels. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned practitioner, the 8K Family Handbook provides the tools and knowledge you need to elevate your spiritual practice. Begin your journey to empowerment and enlightenment today. Available now on Amazon.com.
You can get the book and you can get our album right here. Oh, where's the album? Stay Out of It on Amazon, Google, YouTube, iTunes, anywhere you can get it. And yes, so do this. Most importantly, study on your own to show that self-approve. Do the best that you can. I highly recommend you sign up as an intra-templum. You are not a neophyte anymore. And I will highly recommend everybody that were neophyte to upgrade to at least student. She's moving. You ain't got time to waste anymore. Move with it, man. This isn't the time for hesitation. This isn't the time for I'll do this or whenever. It's time to move on, studying, and do things, man. You know, prove yourself. Approve yourself unto the Holy One. All right, so let's keep on moving with Ezekiel Lenoir. How long we are into this thing? All right.
If it's targeted, we have no idea.
Homicide detectives initially said she may have been shot somewhere else, but they don't know where. They're using traffic cameras and cell phone pings to piece all of that together. Her brother says she also leaves behind 2 children, a 5-year-old and a 15-year-old.
The 5-year-old has kind of got questions like, why did they take my mommy away? You know, questions like that. And the 15-year-old is taking it probably just a little harder because, you know, she understands what this is and her mom isn't coming back.
He says she lived in Douglasville and was probably on her way home from her job in McDonough.
She dedicated her whole entire life to her children and her job and her families.
Now, the family is asking anyone who may have seen anything on the interstate that day in rush hour traffic to go to police.
We just encouraging people to step up.
And here's the problem I'm having. You see, whenever things like that happen, this is a regular woman. I do not know who she is. Let me enlarge the picture. I have no idea who she is. She's not a celebrity. So you will not see expert going out there explain her death, like how she was targeted by the Illuminati or whatever, how the deep state or cabal targeted her and shoot her, and Lord forbid she had any tie with any other celebrity like Sir Sean Combs, Rick Ross, or Sir T.I., and they would have said those guys sacrificed her for money, or the industry did this so they can have money because they don't have any money. Okay, now you will see all investigate so much tea out there, investigating details, who did this and how they did it and where they did it and stuff like that. But when a regular person like this gets shot, killed for no freaking reason, nobody can know why. What happened? Was it a road rage? Was it targeted? Nobody care. Nobody will go out there. And then if even people saw what happened, they won't say anything because it's snitching. Unless if it's a celebrity, unless if it's some kind of celebrity garbage, you go online, you divulge everything. That's not snitching. You know, going into those people's business, watch what they are doing behind closed door, and then bring it on the internet. This isn't snitching. Snitching is this woman right there, a regular citizen, got killed, and you saw the person that did this, and you didn't say anything. And this is the thing. Nobody will say anything like, yo, they killed this woman over there for no reason. But if she was, let's say, a hardcore celebrity, you people would have been online detailing, saying what happened, where it happened. All right, it's time for me to go. Oh boy. You people would have been all over saying stuff, but this woman, probably you will never see or know her killer. All right?
Thing on the interstate that day in rush hour traffic to go to police.
We just encouraging people to step up. You got a busy highway.
Crime Stoppers has offered a $5,000 reward for anyone who can lead police to the killer.
I believe we as the people have to look out for our women and kids. So
not
we
in
got
the
to take
community.
account.
Oh hell no! Looking out for the women and the kids, unless they are being trafficked, and not being trafficked unless I say they are being trafficked. Unless I see somebody that is doing better than me and my fake righteousness, my fake virtuousness, so to speak, kicks in, and then I'm going out there throwing out garbage and saying stuff that I wasn't even there. I don't know what's going on, but I'm saying stuff that, you know, traffic it. You know, if they're, I'm a hero. I'm a hero. I just saved this woman, those children, because I speak against people being trafficked. No women out there, you know, wants to go ahead and sell themselves out because the economy is bad, because, well, they're on drugs, they need money. No, it has to be trafficking. And those guys, the people that look like us, they are the villain. They are doing this. But a young woman like that being shot and stuff like that, I don't care about that. I care about celebrity so I can get my viewership and subscribers up. You even hear the guy, remember the dude on YouTube that filmed this city worker in a car with a hooker? He claimed himself being a hero because he freed this woman. You know, most likely she's being trafficked. Because that's what traffickers do. Taking women, put them in the street, forcing them to be in the street. You know, and back then in the 70s, it was known as pimping. Now you can't say this word anymore. You have to say trafficker. And so many people out there see themselves as heroes. So they ain't going to protect those women and children. They see the person. They know the person that did this. Yet they ain't going to do nothing about it. 3 years ago, I uploaded the video on my Patreon. Unless you are Intra Templum, I discussed it privately. Somebody run my mother over. She was on her bike. Somebody run her over. 3 years ago, she almost died. Till this day, they never found the driver. Okay, they never found her. They never found whoever did this. And it happened in front of a group of 2/3 gang Negro that in the hood all over in a part of the over there in close to Sea Struck. All of that, nobody say anything except they come in and help my mother. There was another group of women and men that were out there. They saw what happened. They helped my mom, and then she had to go to the hospital. She had multiple lacerations in her body. There was a huge gash on her head, but by the grace of the Holy One, she didn't die. That happened in December 2023. Okay? So I discussed it privately. No one come about. The police didn't care. Nobody. And of course, though, I knew what was going on, and then things like that, because some of us, we're going to have to go to certain things like that. We have to go to the fire. This woman, most likely they saw the person that did this, but she's not a celebrity. People don't care. Most all people which are garbage out there only care if the person is a celebrity, because that's what they are doing. They see themselves as hero protecting children and celebrity. That is if it involved with celebrity. Whether this woman was being trafficked or not, but she's not important. So who cares? They won't do this. And I've seen those people. I've seen how they act.
We got to take accountability and kind of step up to make sure this doesn't happen to someone else.
I checked with homicide detective.
All right. Miramar Olympic runner paralyzed by hit and run. Okay, this woman, a year ago.
Off the top at 11 tonight, and only on Local 10, a long road to recovery for a woman who was struck while jogging nearly 1 year ago.
For the first time, we're seeing how her life has changed as the driver who left her for dead is still out there. Local 10's Terrell Forney is live in Miramar with the exclusive. Terrell.
And this is the very...
So Miramar is not too far. Till this day, the other day they released this week. Okay, Miramar marathon runner hit and drive, hit and drive her not found, something like that. I don't know why if the thing we're typing with one hand. Okay. Well, they still haven't found the guy, but this dude in Orlando.
2 months after a 74-year-old ran in his 31st and tragically final half marathon.
Please state your name. James Wilson.
The driver, police say, drove into the runner's lane on US 1 and killed Albert A.J. Swan, is now behind bars. I'm your Melbourne community correspondent, James Sparvero. A new police report reads, James Wilson, who police say was on cocaine the morning of the Florida Marathon, said he thought he hit someone riding a bicycle with his Chevy Suburban. Wilson wasn't arrested that morning because police say the results from his drug test just came back within the past couple of weeks. At the scene in February, police say he didn't even call 911.
He charged 1 count of killing a human being or unborn child in a with vehicle. Count 2, DUI manslaughter.
Evil person hitting somebody who is innocent, running a marathon at 73 years old.
I found out Abby Hilms, a personal trainer at the gym I go to, that's EOS Fitness in Melbourne, ran in the half marathon too. Abby told me about the safety concerns she had for all runners that morning.
All of my other races that I participated in have never felt unsafe to me. We've never been on like a main highway like that.
Have you thought about how this could have happened to you? It could have been anyone running in the race who got run over.
Absolutely. It could have been multiple.
And this thing happened 2 weeks ago, about April the 10th. So they got that fellow that did this. But the black folk, it seems like they could never find it. This woman, they never found the guy whoever did this to her, okay? All right? My mother and plenty other people, because, people in the community won't speak up. Because they see it as gangster. They see it like, oh, well, I ain't no snitch, man. I ain't gonna do nothing and stuff like that. They ain't gonna say nothing. So that's what that is, man. Let's move to the next video.
To expire at 6:15.
Okay, those are the tornadoes over there in North Texas. And it's going to stop. We'll discuss the tornadoes. All right, this is when it stopped. So this is my third attempt of doing this thing. Okay, because it stopped. That was a couple of days ago. So today is Thursday, April 30th. So just gonna keep on moving and do this. Hopefully I don't have to do that anymore, so it won't have to stop, because That's what this thing does. All right, I think I'll stop right here. This is in North Texas, April 26th. Let me see. I might find something. This is much more. Okay, you know what? And then let's take this one.
Well, tonight, Teresa, Wise County Judge J.D. Clark has issued a local disaster declaration for Wise County and has requested a disaster declaration from Governor Greg Abbott so that the residents here can receive some support to rebuild their homes. Now, behind me is one of the hardest hit areas, Runaway Bay. This is where law enforcement is only letting residents through the entry point because of the heavy damage behind there. One resident led us into his neighborhood to see the destruction. This area is west of Bridgeport off of 380. We saw homes decimated right down to the foundation, Teresa. Big trees were snapped apart. We saw trailers wrapped around light poles. We saw downed power lines and a community of people just trying to wrap their heads around what just happened. Now, Grayson Allen's family lives here in Runaway Bay. He says his parents and brother were home last night when the EF2 touched down. They hid in a bathroom tub and had no idea they were still in danger when they came out to see what had happened. He says they got caught in the middle of the storm.
When everything was over, my brother had to dig my parents out of the debris. It was terrible. So,
are they okay?
My dad has a fracture in his neck. My mom had a broken back, and my brother, he's doing fine right now. He's not really hurt, so.
Again, to all the beloved watching this is a horrible situation for anyone to be in. Now, we have people that love to do things like that and say, well, this is fake, this is AI, this is computer generated. It's just the elites are using this tornado to take out all those people so they can build data center. Okay, literally, you watch the entire west side of Nebraska burn to the ground. All those $50 million ranch, okay, they burn down. So you mean to tell me those elites are destroying other elites so they can put data center on their land? Not the hood, not black neighborhood, not gentrification, but they are burning down people that has those $1 million houses. Now, a lot of folks love to take things like that, say, well, this is Jacob's trouble. Jacob's trouble about to begin. Though there is a war going on out there, and they literally see that the United States is going down and all the countries going down. Prices of everything is just jacked up. Everybody's rent is expensive. Everybody's mortgages is killing. And no one wants to talk about those things. Now, by the time this video will be available to the public, some of my beloved had sent me a couple of videos of people talking about the Georgia fire and Florida fires and stuff. For years now, we've told everyone that the fire reconfiguration is going to be upon the land. And this is the work of the Most High. This is the work of the angels. This is payback. This is recompense. This is retribution for all the dirt, not only for slavery. There are things that happened before that. The Inquisition, mostly. Okay, the horrible, terrible things that you guys did during that time. Okay, you Christians, you other denomination, because this thing was started with religion, under the pretext of religion, which you people had none. The priesthood, it's a battle between priesthood of Mahan and the priesthood of the Most High. We control both light and darkness. They control nothing, not even darkness. They control nothing. So what happened is a lot of the people now are using these fires, these tornadoes, to twist the word and saying this is 83 doing this to themselves so they can build more data center. They can't wipe out Atlanta black neighborhood or anywhere black folk live to build a data center. No, they are literally targeting millionaires, billionaires like themselves They are burning it down so they can build data centers. They want to give the credit to men. And a lot of black folk, you will see, they will literally, they know when those people are talking and they are sending flag, they will literally carry the flag. And then you will see a lot of our people not giving the Holy One the glory, not acknowledging their ancestors, not acknowledging the angels, not acknowledging the power, the prayer, the people that stay in Georgia that activated the ley lines, the people that stay in Texas that activated the ley line. None will speak about since 2022 we've been activated the ley line. The other day, the beloved brother Big Judah went over there in Teotihuacan and then activated the ley line. And guess what happened? The fellow that went there, he took out Mr. Kirk. And then another fellow went over there. He shot a couple of people, Canadian, they killed. You don't know who those people are. You don't know what they've been doing. You don't know their position. You don't know what kind of horrible things they had caused or was going to cause to our people, but they've been taken down. But the issue is a lot of folks won't give the Holy One the glory. They won't give our God the glory. They won't acknowledge this. They will acknowledge some unseen government elite building data center. Oh, they killed that government in Teotihuacan by the pyramid so they can take the pyramid and build a giant data center in there. So those people's job is to dilute the truth. Wait until we put something out, take it, diluted it, and put it out there. You'll see most black folk will say, this is the government doing this. Though they watch the video, they know what to say. And above all, they know what not to say. And they won't say, glory, great glory, the ancestors are in the midst. This is judgment. This is not a drill. But they won't say this. Upon this fellow countenance, you can see nothing but sorrow. You can see sadness here. His father and mother almost died. And people will telling you that he's doing this to himself so he can get more land. So he can be part of the New World Order. We told you, your New World Order came on the fourth part in 1492. It took out the old world order. Okay, we suffered. We did what we had to do. That was part of the contract, the covenant. That's it. And now here's the thing. There is no such thing as another new world order will come to power. Garbage. Another chip. Garbage. You already bought the chip. You bought the new world order. You bought all of these things. Well, Albert Pike, garbage. You guys did all of those horrible things and then you pretend that they're going to happen in the future. They already did happen. And it seems that our people, it become a fetish. That they never had enough trauma, trouble, PTSD. It's like they want Jacob's trouble to happen. They want something to happen to our beloved. Indeed, things going to happen to the two-thirds. What would have told you that you're going to see a lot of death and things like that. You know, there will be another permanent, so to speak, probably lockdown. I don't know. A lot of the two-thirds will die first. The black Christians will die first because they are causing so much confusion. The sellouts will die first. So the creme of the crop can sit there and watch how the Holy One is cleaning out those people. Okay? Let's keep on moving.
And the house lost?
Yeah, everything is gone.
Okay, so things like that, beloved. You know what? Let's just refresh this. Okay, why did it?
Teresa, White County Judge J.D. Clark has.
Okay.
Well, tonight, Teresa.
Okay, let's go down there. Okay, violent. Wait, hang on. CBS. Okay, violent tornado rips through North Texas. This is Texas, man. You got tornadoes in Texas, Florida, somewhere in Baltimore, whatever. Wildfire in Florida and Georgia, man. And people are just sitting there and act like this is normal. All right, let's go over there.
It has now been one full week of severe weather across the central and southern U.S., and the threat continues tonight. Texas, Tennessee, Oklahoma, and Missouri all had hard-hit moments in the past 24 hours. Our Jason Allen has made it to some of the worst of it in Mineral Wells, Texas. Look at that picture. Jason, good evening.
Yeah, hey, good evening, Tony.
Again, you have this fellow name is Jason Allen. The name Jason, you already know whose angel name is Jason. What does the name Jason mean? Before we do this, let's go back to the other guy. His name was...
Well, tonight, Teresa, White County Judge J.D. Clark has issued a local disaster.
I think this is the guy.
When everything was over, my brother had to dig my parents out of the debris.
His name is Grayson Allen. Jason Grayson. Well, the name Jason what does the name Jason means? This thing used to this used to Jason is a boy's name meaning healer, and the Lord is salvation. Another word, what does the name Raphael mean? Raphael is Hebrew origin name God has healed. Okay, Raphael or Raphael, through the studies we encounter, was also known as Jason. Jason means the healer. Okay, God who healed. God is healing. God's healed. Okay. What does the name Allen means? The name Allen has diverse origins, primarily rooted in Celtic and Old Breton, which were black folk, with meaning that included harmony, stone, noble, handsome, or cheerful. It is a popular male given name associated with strength and peace, with historical, and there I really get hish going on here. Let's see, okay. Allen, taking the meaning of little rock from the Gaelic island, Allen shows that baby is worth more than price's germ. Handsome, okay? We say handsome, rock, strength. That's what Allen means. Now, this fellow name is Grayson Allen. Let's see. What does the name Grayson means? Of course, the son of Gray. Well, anyway, son of the steward. The name Grayson is Old English origin, meaning son of the steward, or son of the gray hair one, okay? The white hair one. Who had his hair white like snow, his eyes red like fire. If you know, you know. The son of the steward, the strength Allen means strength, okay? Literally, the message he said, the son of the white-haired one, be strong. That's the message. Strengthen thyself. Okay? Now, when you go to the other one.
It has now been one full week of severe weather across the central mineral well.
Mr. Jason Allen literally say the Holy One is healing the strong one. He told the strong one, who strong one is talking about? The Grayson, the son of the steward, the son of the gray hair, and he's strengthening, he's healing them, which is step one when you come into this part of the truth, is to go to the spiritual hospital. The Dundon child. If you know, you know. Let's keep on moving.
Texas. Look at that picture. Jason, good evening.
Yeah, hey, good evening, Tony. The owners of this business, they closed the doors just minutes before this storm hit. Employees left. They came back today to find this. Utility crews are surging into the area tonight. They are beginning this very big job of trying to get power lines back up so that people here can start cleaning up.
A home security camera captured the moment. A violent tornado, with winds reaching an estimated 145 miles per hour, ripped through Mineral Wells, Texas. Debris rained down as the tornado moved over the edge of the city, leveling homes and shredding entire neighborhoods.
Wow. This is just tore up, isn't it?
Yes. Trees there's still branches, they're dangling and hanging. It's kind of, I can hear them cracking sometimes that they're going to fall.
Eileen Hurley sheltered with her family in a hallway. while the tornado splintered trees and damaged the home she's lived in for 40 years.
And we always hear the siren.
Number 40.
Nothing at all. It was just fast, just a split second.
Eileen Early lived there for 40 days and 40 nights, 40 years, 40 nights in the desert, in the Noah's Ark. You know, this is not good. Those people are for the first time finding themselves in a non-ending back and forth disaster. Frustration, fear, uncomfortability. A lot of nonsense is going on. They don't know why. Well, a lot of them know why. But as you can see, that fellow, Mr. Joel Osteen, over there in Texas, I'm assuming that's where he is. No one's coming out there and pray for them. None of those guys will come out there and say a word. You won't see them. The only prophecy those guys know, they didn't foresee that. They didn't say, I had a dream. I had seen myself. There's a tornado in Texas, especially Eileen Early. You need to get out before the tornado gets you. The Lord told me, the Holy Spirit told me, Sir Grace and Allen, you need to evacuate your house. You need to run because there will be a tornado. No. Those guys will sit there and say, Eileen Early. Yay. The Holy Spirit told me, I spoke to him. We were just in the bathroom. We spoke. He washed me and I washed him. He made me clean. I made him clean right after we did what we need to do. And he told me, Eileen, you need to vote for Trump and send that 10% to our church. Amen. It is always something related to election politics. Oh, they have dreams. Where is Chris Yoon? Is he dead and buried yet? They can only have dream that, yo, I saw this dream where, you know, all those people are left behind, the raptured, you know, God said, you know, September 25th, I will come and take my church with me. We're all the way in 2026 here. There's still no rapture. They can see anything but politics. The Antichrist is usually, well, Obama. They were running with Antichrist is Obama. Obama is the Antichrist. Obama, till this day. Yeah. And you got black folk that, you know, run with this. Let's keep on moving.
And it popped up.
People in this neighborhood told me this storm came in fast. They could see power flashes, they could hear a roar, and then within seconds, it was on top of them, going right across the top of this neighborhood, then down a hill into another one, tearing apart homes and businesses.
And here's the thing. This thing is pinpointing houses. It's just picking houses. We don't know those people, at least I don't, and I don't know what they do. But I don't know why they deserve this, but nonetheless, this is the work of the Holy One.
Total ended up being 5 injuries and several others that were treated on scene and refused to be transported to the hospital.
From above, destruction spread in every direction at an industrial park. The buildings for several major employers in the small city were flattened in seconds.
There were 2 major manufacturers, large companies, large buildings.
Reagan? Her name is Reagan? As in Ronald Reagan? Well, Reagan is the last name. It could be a popular name. Reagan Regal Johnson, son of John. Lately, we've been having a lot of women named Lucky, this and that. But anyway, Reagan Johnson.
Things that were heavily damaged. What we don't have just yet.
Okay, so I'm just going to enlarge this so you can see who's undoing this. By which beard this is happening here. Put it in the chart. Which number is that? Okay? I'm not making this up. You know who's in the midst. The Archangel Michael is in the midst. Let's keep on moving.
As an exact number on how many employees will potentially be displaced.
The storms have moved into East Texas and Louisiana tonight. There is rain in the forecast here, but thankfully a much lower chance of this severe weather that we have seen over the last several days. Tony?
Jason Allen for us.
Okay, let's move into the next video. Oops.
Georgia, hello and thank you for joining.
Okay, this is the wildfire in Georgia. Wait, that's 3 days ago, 26. Let's see. This one is 8 hours. What's going on here?
Brush fire breaking out this afternoon in that troublesome spot in Palm Bay. The flames igniting less than 24 hours after
This is in Florida.
9 separate brush fires scorched 160 acres there in the compound. Let's
9 others. 9. I want Georgia. Okay, this is something Pinewood is 32,000. Newport has two big fire. Okay, Georgia. All right, let's watch this one.
Now, Georgia Governor Brian Kemp toured more fire damage in southeast Georgia earlier today. Action Jack State local government reporter Jake Stofan got a chance to question state emergency officials. And Jake right now joins us live in Brantley County. Jake, forestry officials say recent rains made progress possible.
Well, that's right, but those rains were not enough to...
Okay, Jake, Jacob, Jacob, Stofan or Stephen, Brantley County, and all those things. And this is what how the Holy One always mocked those people, burn down everything. While they are burning, those people are asking for the rain to come. And then after everything burned down, then the rain come. Horrible.
To alleviate the extreme drought conditions we're seeing here, with the entire state of Georgia classified under a level 1 drought as of yesterday. Additionally, state officials say responding to this fire and putting out all of the hot spots will likely be measured in months, not weeks. The Highway 82 fire has destroyed 82 homes and 4 businesses. Georgia Governor Brian Kemp.
Highway 82, 8 plus 2, you know who's in the mist, burned 82 homes. 8 plus 2, you already know who's still in the mist. Reagan Bullard? What the hell is going on with the name Reagan lately? That's the second Reagan women here. You do your research.
Kemp says 17 more homes damaged in the fire are still being assessed.
I mean, we got firefighters out there that have had their homes being threatened in the Highway 82 fire. You know, they're running home, try to check on that, get it in good shape, and then they're going right back to the line to help their neighbor.
But
here's the thing. You can actually see the competence in the midst of 83 when they are under real pressure, when something is literally happening to them and they are helpless. They're running around like a bunch of chicken with their head cut off. And when this thing is about putting police officers in the black community or doing something that will harm our beloved, they are very, you can see the happiness and the seriousness in their face. They are very jolly. Say, we cannot accept this happening in our community. When it comes to hurting people, when it comes to destruction of others, you guys are very good at that. You guys can't stop putting, because you are the other one that engineering all those destruction and drugs and all this stuff. You know, now you take Maduro out and you said he was the one bringing the drug. Since you take him out, as if there is no more drug moving in the hood or in the United States. You don't report on the ODs anymore. That doesn't mean they don't happen. Most of those people, the pill mill, the opioid wiped out a whole generation. You ever heard like people are saying, well, we don't have people to watch the air traffic. We need more people to work in those factories and this and that and that. That is because all those folks are dead. They are no more. And the one that are there, they are hooked on drugs. There's nothing they can do. This thing did more damage unto them than they were intended to do unto us. All right, so you can see now those firefighters are trying to put the fire out. Then the Holy One sent the angels in their house, burn down their house. So they have to leave whatever that they were doing, run back to their houses, trying to put the fire out, and then go back there.
Line to help their neighbor.
But amid the devastation, there are signs of progress. After the fire doubled in size over the weekend, rains that followed soon after allowed fire crews to increase containment from just 6 to 32% in 24 hours. 443 personnel are currently responding, with more than 100 homes still right up against the fire line. Georgia Forestry Commission Director Johnny Sabo says the progress made since Monday has been encouraging, but conditions remain fluid, and the timeline to get it fully put out will likely be measured in months, not weeks.
A great example was a Honey Prairie fire.
So people are saying, well, why don't they put this fire out? Okay, this isn't a movie. Okay, this isn't a movie. And your movies, your typical movies, it's usually those dudes, like in a few hours, they put the fire out. There's a great movie called Backdraft with Kurt Russell. Brother Yeshua, I love this movie. Great movie, highly recommended. Beautiful, well shot. The fire, you can see how the fire move and stuff like that. Because it's an entity, it's alive. So when you look at the faces of, let me enlarge this right quick. When you look at the faces, the countenance of those people, they are defeated. This isn't something you're going to stop in a few days, in a few weeks. No, this thing's going to take months. When we used to start doing Esau's Trouble fire reconfiguration about 6 years ago, there was a fire in Colorado. It happened during the winter. And the guy said it will take us at least a year to stop this. And after a year, the fire was still burning underground. And then they just cut off in front of, they let it burn itself out. They couldn't stop it. People, if you, for instance, if they don't report to you, you won't know those things. And that's why years later you pass, you see a town abandoned. And the typical story is, well, this town was a coal town. It was well, this is Mineral Wells, Texas. They also have mineral in there. It used to be some kind of industrial place. Now this place closed, everybody move out. And then the town become dead. Ghosts. Deserted. None would tell you, oh, a few years ago, there was a massive fire that happened here. Most of the people, they either dead and they fled, they can't turn back, and there's nothing they can do. And that's why they were reason this, because there was a natural disaster. They won't tell you that. Okay, you see those dudes there, they tell, this guy is honest. It's like, yo, this isn't something that's going to take a few days, a few weeks. It's going to take months. Not a month or 2 months, at least 3, to get this thing out. When this stuff happened in California, and I remember back a couple of years ago when we were making video, people were clowning us in the comment and saying, man, that's just like forest, man. It's just like California is like this, man. Tell me something new and stuff. It's just like this happened. You guys always exaggerated things. You're punching for hair now. You're reaching, man. You're reaching. You say fire reconfiguration of the city, but it's just the forest. This guy is a clown and stuff like that. And when they show you there's a dealer in Georgia, he lost the entire dealership. Okay, burned down. All right. It's not forest. It's actually cars.
Burned for over a year before we called that controlled and out, and that was in 2011, and we have the same fuel, same conditions here.
Okay, let's listen to what he said.
Not weeks.
A great example was a Honey Prairie fire, burned for over a year before we called that controlled and out, and that was in 2011, and we have the same fuel, same conditions here.
For those.
Okay, so this thing can burn for over a year, and then it's gonna keep happening until, well, you either die in one, and then no, you just raise your hand, you say, I give up.
Who have lost homes. Many have been asking when to expect FEMA assistance, but Georgia Emergency Management Agency Director Josh Lamb says that won't come until after the situation moves from the response to the recovery phase.
FEMA is embedded in our SOC. We're engaged with them every day. They are monitoring the situation.
The guy name is Josh Lamb. The Lamb. Joshua, Josh, or Jasher Lamb. I mean, everything is just speaking to you right there, you know? People asking for FEMA or whatever. Like, yo, FEMA? Out of here, son. FEMA. Just get out of here, nigga. But nonetheless, for those of you that wish to study, go ahead, check our Patreon. Patreon is doing a new things right now. We just studied this a couple of days ago. We just studied the high-end, Yuki Matsuoka, the mastery, Martha Graham, Santiago Calatrava, and all that. And we are going to have the class switch from 8:30 p.m. We are going to have it 12:30 to 2:30. Okay, every weekday we're going to have the class going on. So if you do wish to participate during our Patreon, I will not advise you to join as a neophyte, because you're not a neophyte. You already have all the knowledge that you're supposed to have. Go study your magic, study your culture, study your literature, study your psychology, technology, study to show thyself approved. Move beyond the typical Bible. Okay, the Wright brothers. Move beyond. Okay, so you can join our Patreon, you can get our book, and I'm just saying this because people always ask, Big Levi, I got a question about this. They are there, man. They are there. Okay, you can get our music, and oops, oh boy. Good grief. I misplaced this. It's not there. Oh man, well, you can get, whoops.
Have you ever felt a deep yearning for spiritual growth but didn't know where to start? What if I told you there's a guide that can lead you through every step? Introducing the 8K Family Handbook. This comprehensive guide is your ultimate companion for spiritual empowerment, offering invaluable insights and practical steps to enhance your spiritual journey. What's inside? Perform spiritual background checks. Learn how to assess spiritual energies and protect yourself from negative influences. Connect with your guardian angel. Discover methods to establish a strong, supportive relationship with your guardian angel for guidance and protection. Develop your magical abilities. Unleash your innate magical potential with step-by-step instructions and exercises tailored for all levels. Whether you're a novice or a seasoned practitioner, the 8K Family Handbook provides the tools and knowledge you need to elevate your spiritual practice. Begin your journey to empowerment and enlightenment today. Available now on Amazon.com.
Yes, indeed. Go ahead and study to show thyself approved. Do the best that you can. And let's keep on moving on.
Out to church to give thanks that he's doing okay. So he's not with us right now, but I want to show you something important. You notice this snap tree that is here next to me.
Okay, we watched this already. Let me see. So there is another fire in Westchester, whatever that place is. We'll get that. Okay, dozens of weddings canceled after venue destroyed and fatal Texas storms. Those people still giving into marriage and stuff like that. Like, yo, there's this issue is crazy out there. You people need to, chill. But hey, there's nothing you can do and say about this. Massive explosion in southern Lebanon. Okay, there's a video there. Okay, company quit taking likely save. All right, let's go watch the first one with this fire over there.
Investigators from the Yonkers Fire and Police Departments have stayed in these apartments, looking through them, trying to figure out how and where this fire started. We can also tell you that Mayor Mike Spano says that at one point, this fire was so big, so intense, that all of the firefighters in the city of Yonkers were brought to the scene.
I heard the noise, a big boom.
That led to this, according to residents who lived in these apartments that are now totaled from smoke and fire damage.
A lot of charge right here.
They're burnt out apartments, one on top of another, that fire investigators examined closely in the wake of a blaze in this 16-story building at Riverdale Avenue and Prospect Street that broke out just before 9:15 on Tuesday morning.
Oh, it was bad. The fire was real bad.
When they got to the back of the building, they saw 4 to 5 balconies fully involved with multiple apartments on fire.
Including this man's apartment.
I was in a black smoke in the hallway. It's trying to get out. I couldn't see the smoke. It was so black. We lost everything in the apartment.
Citizen app video shows the thick smoke rising from a lower floor and inundating the floors above. It's where Alexa Mamadowski's father was with their dog, Oreo, who kept barking a warning, they said, to get out.
A little bit hard to breathe a little. There was a little bit of smoke. It wasn't too much by the time he got out because Oreo saved the day alerting him. Oreo, you're going to be famous.
Air 11 video further shows the intensity of this fire. So does the damage seen up close from the ground. A firehouse is a block away and was able to respond immediately and call in reinforcements.
We're able to prevent a lot of loss of life.
You can clearly see just how bad this damage is and why the residents here are being put up in hotels by the Red Cross for now. The city of Yonkers vowing to find housing for the people who were displaced here, and the fire and police departments saying they will get to the bottom of just how this started. We will certainly stay on top of this story as it continues to develop.
So, fire reconfiguration of the cities, okay, Louis Ayazaga. So, excuse me. All right, fire reconfiguration of the city, plague number 2. This thing, it's pretty much everywhere and anywhere. The storms, things like that. Let me see. LA fire forces resident to jump from windows. Damn. Ooh. Okay, Monday storms left 49,000 without power in St. Louis. All right. Excuse me. That's the thing in New York. Yonkers. Crane collapse in Hialeah. Highway 41 fire in West Miami. Okay, this is in Miami. When was the last time you hear there's a wildfire in Miami? The whole country is turning into California. Okay, a lot of people used to make fun of California and say, "Oh, you guys need to rake the thing. You need to rake that. You need to rake this." Well, This is what happened. There's still fire in LA, okay?
Residents in this neighborhood woke up to a wall of fire, and they tell me that that vacant building, which is no longer there because it was demolished, has been a problem for a very long time. A vacant two-story home in the Pico Union neighborhood of LA, fully engulfed. Flames jumping to the complex next door.
The lady was hanging right there, holding on to the thing right there.
That's when Gregory Washington walks over to help.
I said, jump, jump. Your house is on fire. Hurry, hurry.
The dramatic scene captured on citizen video. Gregory on the ground, ready to catch his neighbor.
That lady right there was hanging right there. The other lady was holding her by the arm so she wouldn't fall down.
That lady is Teresa. She asked us not to show her face.
We were going to try to make an exit out, and it's no way. Like, you could see the flames hitting the doorway. So we were waiting for the fire department, and like all we could come up with was to like try to get out a window on the second floor.
Window.
Yeah, the corner window that's away from the fire.
After her roommate's boyfriend jumped, Teresa froze.
I was supposed to go next and jump out the window, but I couldn't do it because I was too scared. So I kind of was holding on there for a second, and then the fire department ended up pulling up and providing a ladder, so I was able to get down from the ladder, and so was his girlfriend.
Neighbors say this isn't the first fire at 1230 South Bonnie Bray Street.
So you see those homes, they're catching on fires, and the church is okay. Let me see. Church caught on fire. It's been a while. We haven't, whoops. What is this? Church caught on fire. There you go. It's been a while. We haven't, well, let's go for this year. We haven't checked this. Okay, well, no. I don't know what the hell is going on with YouTube. They just, okay, this one, they should have showed that one, but they don't. All right, this happened 9 days ago. This happened 6 days ago in Queens. The churches, they are just burning down.
Is completely struck. The church. Judy and Rob, as night falls, the air around here is still full of this really acrid smoke. It gets in your nostrils very much, and it's going to be some time before this fire is completely struck.
The church in the heart of Roseland has been empty for years, and tonight the Chicago Fire Department needed several units in what was called a 211 response to get the flames under control. They engulfed the brick and wood structure beginning late in the afternoon. An old building, according to the Pullman Museum website, it was founded in 1893 as the second Christian Reformed Church of Roseland.
It's a beautiful building. I mean, it's a shame that it had caught on fire like that.
The longtime resident says the church has been empty for decades, yet not a center for any activity that would detract from the close-knit nature of this corner of Roseland.
And there are thousands, if not millions, of those churches around the road. They've been empty for decades. Decades. Because most of those people are no more. They're gone. Not only they are gone, they saw the truth. They understand that this ain't gonna work. The blessing, they saw the decline. This isn't something that just it happened. Yet you got people like they are waiting for revival. Where is that revival? Get out of here.
Saw a lot of smoke. When I see one engine come in, and then after the smoke came long fire streams, you know. And I said it had to be the church over here because there's nothing that's tall around but that church.
No injuries were reported with this fire, and after it is completely put out, clearly this building is going to have to be demolished.
That's it, okay? All right. There's that one over there in Astoria, Queens. Let's see if it's the same one. Yes, it is the same one.
Now to that breaking news happening in Queens, where 6 firefighters have been hurt tonight in a fire that broke out at a home in Astoria. It didn't spread to a nearby church. Eyewitness News reporter Anthony Carlo talked with some of the shocked neighbors.
Yeah, well, the fire commissioner was here at the scene and said this was a very difficult fire. It broke out in a vacant church rectory and spread to a vacant church, both over 100 years old. thick wall of smoke swallowed up the neighborhood as the firefighters tried with tenacity to knock down the raging flames. But those flames were relentless, ravaging what appeared to be an old church rectory and the old church itself next door. It didn't stand a chance.
All right, 10-4. We did have some roofing material
So,
that did come down on members.
all those churches, those are the ones that I can find. Back then, when you do a search on YouTube, that's all you find. If you say church caught on fire, that's all. You'll find like dozens of those videos. Now they don't. They hide. They are hiding things. Okay, that's what happened, man. So again, this is judgment, which is in the midst. All right, let's continue.
Bravest after part of the roof collapsed. At least one firefighter sustaining injuries specifically from that collapse, hit by falling debris. Other firefighters were also injured throughout the course of the firefight.
And once the fire gets into these old churches behind the walls and into the roof space, it's very difficult to extinguish, and there is a major collapse danger to our members. So due to the structural stability of the building and due to the amount of fire, we went to an exterior attack. And while operating on the exterior, a portion of the roof started collapsing, walls collapsed, and some bricks hit one of our members in the helmet.
The FDNY had to get creative, maneuvering tower ladders up 12th Street at Astoria Boulevard. A tight squeeze as they doused the flames that consumed the church, shooting out of its windows with aggression. The fire broke out around 6:45 in the evening. It was tough for Kevin to watch.
It hurts my whole family. My sister was just over here. My niece went to this church. My mother went to the church.
A neighborhood relic, the first Reformed Church of Astoria. People who live in the area.
So, once again, this is in Queens, man, okay? So, you're seeing the Christians, the prophecy, we spoke about this. They are mourning right now. They do not understand. All right, let's see another thing right here. They do not understand that this is divine judgment. Some of them may do, but most of those folks, they are oblivious. I'm not quite sure. I always see things here. To me, in my screen, this look like a face right there. I don't know if you guys can see it. This is the side of the face right here, and this is the chin, okay, and this is the head right there. Dark eyes, nose, and it's like the movie The Nun, the movie. Okay, well, The Nun, the movie. Okay, why keep The Nun, the movie? Okay. I should have said The Nun horror movie. Yeah, something like that. It looks like this. It looked like this face right there. I can't zoom on it because I'm not on the Mac, but it's like a fainted white face or someone wearing a mask screaming. You know, this is the side over there with the chin right here, dark black mouth, nose, left eye, right eyes, you know, giant eyebrow, you know, screaming, look like this. Look like that, so. All right, well. And this isn't the first time I see this face in our Esau's Trouble video. We talk about this. We show it multiple times. All right, then. Let's keep on moving, though, because that's what it is.
Area say the building has been here for over 100 years. The church abandoned for some time now. The community has been concerned about trespassers.
It's sad, you know. It was a nice looking church. You know, you don't want to see a building go up in flames. So, yeah, it's sad. You know, I don't want to see this happen in my
Again,
neighborhood.
another island. All right, another island here. All right, we have two more islands. What does the name Allen mean? Okay. A little rock. Priceless germ. Handsome. Okay. Strengthen. Allen Yee. Another Allen. Alright, so.
I don't want to see this happening in my neighborhood.
But
6 firefighters were hurt, suffering non-life-threatening injuries. The firefighter who was...
Let's keep on moving. You know what? Hang on.
Now to that breaking news happening in...
I think there was something in there that I wanted to show. Is that thing recording? Is it recording right there? All right, it is recording. Colorado resident forced to move, make way for new reservoir. YouTube is nuking channels. Yes, it's they are doing that. That's a brawl. What the hell is going on here? What's going on here? But they are fan. What happened here? Crazy. Anyway, so there was something that there's something there that it was like it was an airplane. You know what? Let's see if we can get it. Airplane crash. No. Why does this thing keep doing that? Airplane crash. There you go. All right. Okay. That's happened 3 hours ago. Let's see what do we have here. This is in Texas. Yeah, let's see what we have here in Texas.
So we continue to follow some breaking news out of Wimberley, Texas. We're learning 5 people have been killed in a plane crash overnight in the Wimberley area. Joining us now is Jessica Rivera with Fox 7 Austin on live now from Fox. Jessica, thank you so much for joining us. What are you seeing out there? I can see you're in the news car. What are you seeing as you've been approaching the scene?
Hi, good morning, Christy. Yes, we haven't been able to see a lot just because this incident happened.
They cut it off.
Now, we were able to kind of get close to the crash site, but we were told to get off of that private property.
So anyway, so there is a airplane crash happened 3 hours ago in Texas. 5 people on board or no more. Okay, all right. So this we keep telling, and you don't know who was on those airplanes. Okay, they are not saying anything, you know. All right, so I had 2 family members die in a Cessna crash a few years ago. Prayers to all the family. All right, and the pressurized train can cabin clouds or whatever it can involve. For instance, I think I have it there. There you go. This is what I want to talk about, okay?
A Republican candidate running for state senate, missing for 2 days, has now been found dead.
And now questions swirl about what happened. His truck found in rural western Oklahoma at a wildlife park.
KOCO's Jason Berger spent the day on scene talking to state agents about the mystery.
OSBI says the actual crime scene is about 2.5 miles in from where we...
Again, another Jason Berger, or Berger. You got a Republican Senate fellow found dead in a wildfire in Oklahoma. Then again, no one want to talk about this. No one want to say, like, why is it that those are big dudes? Those are fat cats, man. Those are heavy weights. Those are important people. Why are they all dying? Is there's a judgment out there? They are dying in airplane, wildfires and stuff, and they don't want to speak about this. But those folks over here, I believe this is Coco 5 News, they are telling you straight up that Mr. Barry Christian, okay, all right, Barry Christian, he's no more.
We are currently. Barry Christian was last seen on Tuesday, and Thursday his campaign managers confirmed his death.
The vehicle that we found matches the vehicle description of Mr. Christian.
Sky 5 flew over the scene inside the Sandy Sanders.
This dude name is Hunter McKee, okay? Hunter McKee. You keep seeing the recurring term of the hunter, fish, hunted, Jason, Allen. It keep popping up. Those are messages. Do you receive it? You may not understand it, but it will make sense. Those people are being hunted down. Mr. Barry Christian, they are being hunted down. This is not by, the elite are trying to hunt it down, or the government, deep state. No. This is the angel, the death angels, the demon. They are taking those folks out. We don't know who the hell this person was. At least I don't know what kind of thing that guy was doing, hurting our beloved behind closed door. I have no idea what this guy was. But one thing for sure, he is no more. Of course, people are going to say, oh, well, he was trying to save black people. You are anybody, anyone, any politician or celebrities that got what coming to them because they were trying to wake people up. Because that's what celebrities are there, to wake you up. You know, not to keep you asleep and keep you distracted. You know, they get paid billions, millions, hundreds of thousands of dollars to wake you up. Yeah, whatever, man.
Flew over the scene inside the Sandy Sanders Wildlife Management Area off Highway 30 on Thursday. The pickup truck matches the description of Barry Christian's vehicle. Pilot Chase Rutledge also captured one of Christian's campaign signs at that scene with investigators nearby.
Because of where the vehicle is in that ravine, we are working with the Wildlife Reserve to get better access to it.
Barry Christian's campaign managers confirmed he died, and in a statement said in part, quote, "After an extensive search, officials located his body on April 30th. At this time, the circumstances surrounding Mr. Christian's death remain under investigation."
Why the truck was here, what that individual driver was doing, we're just not sure.
OSBI noted Christian was reported missing a day after he was last seen this week.
Mr. Christian was last seen on Tuesday. However, again, that missing persons report went to the Sarah Police Department yesterday.
And who made that report has not been released.
Who that report exactly came from or why, we're still going to obviously be in contact with the Sarah Police Department on that.
OSBI is leading the investigation, and further updates will be provided through them. Christian was 54 years old.
He was 54 years old. The Christian are being hunted. This was reported by a hunter. The Christian cross, Mr. Barry, was 54, 5 plus 4 equal you know what. He died in the wildfire. At least that's what they told us. Frankly, I myself, madam, I don't give a damn. All I know, judgment is here, and those guys can't escape. They won't be able to do that. You can't avoid it. You can't escape it. You can't avoid it. You can't hide it. can't avoid it. You can't escape it. You can't stop the most side. Rough. You know, they flagged one of my videos. They said I copy Soldier Boy, whatever garbage that he put out there. They said they mess up my stuff.
Josie A. Man wants a pedicure. The blessing rough. The most size. The most size rough. You can't stop it. You can't stop it. You can't hide it. You can't avoid it. You can't escape it. You can't stop it. You can't hide it. You can't avoid it. You can't escape it. You can't stop it. You can't hide it. You can't avoid it. You can't escape it. You can't stop it.
Stop.
You can't hide it.
Hide.
You can't avoid it.
No, you can't stop the most side. Woo! You can't stop. You can't stop. You can't stop. You can't stop. Can't stop. You can't stop. You can't stop. You can't stop. Yeah. You can't stop it. You won't. You'll not be able to. Let's keep on moving.
Well, back here at home, 2 people are dead after a plane crashed in Brooklyn Park near the Crystal Airport. This video sent in by a viewer shows the moment of impact. A warning, the video may be hard for you to watch.
I mean, look at this, man. The plane nose dive, beloved. This happened on the 25th. This isn't something that happened like 2 years to 3 years, which they've been happening for that long. But the plane nose dive. Let me enlarge this so I could. Look over here. This thing nose dive.
A warning, the video may be hard for you to watch.
That thing just fell. It just fell and exploded. Like in the movies.
Fox 9's Leon Purvis joins us live with new details tonight. And Leon, we're learning more about one of those on board, right?
Karen, we've learned that North Dakota State Representative Liz Conmey was one of the 2 people on board.
Okay. North Dakota Representative Liz Conmey. Okay, is that Lee? No. Hang on. North Dakota representative died in plane crash. Die. Here we go. No. This is a Utah family. That's the one that happened in Utah. Okay. Hang on. Okay, the senator. Excuse me. Utah plane crash leaves North Dakota state senator, wife, and 2 sons dead. You have the entire family, beloved, taken out. What else do you want? What other proof do you want to tell you that this isn't Jacob's trouble, that those people are under judgment? Those are senators, beloved. You just watch one of them. They found him in the truck dead in a wildfire. Now the ley line switched this guy and his entire family. Him and his 2 sons and wife are no more. So why people gonna come over there and say, oh, what Big Levi? It's just like the elite. The elite is doing this. The elite is doing that. Elite? What are you talking about, man? Elite? So next thing you know, people will make video that he know the truth. He was telling the truth. He was this. Okay? No, wait a minute. This one, yeah, that's the one that happened in Utah 3 years ago. Hang on. This one happened, that's another one. happened in Brooklyn from North Dakota again. Another state representative. Again, yes, that's the one we did Esau's Trouble 3 years ago. Okay, North Dakota state senator, his wife and 2 sons, they are no more. They die, beloved. And then here's the thing. What's going to happen here is just those people are always making sure that those folks are still counted in the census. When this woman does show the work, I'm not quite sure, let's say she's a school teacher, and he was a representative, the senator. He's no more, she's no more. And they need somebody to replace her. There are no other people that can do her job, or she was a doctor or whatever. And then they would say, oh, there's a shortage because those people on vacation, everybody's retiring, those 2 kids don't show to schools, and then plus other kids that do not show to school, not because they're sick, because they're in the same situation as those 2 boys, and the school's going to have to close down, all right? Another one happened again, April 25th, 2026, 2 killed, including North Dakota state representative in Brooklyn. Let me see. I gotta get this one. No, that's not. That's state. Let's put North Dakota state representative dies in plane crash. Okay, 3 days ago. Liz Conmey, okay? Liz Conmey. Okay, this is Liz Conmey. She died in a plane crash 3 days ago. And I spoke about all right, well, yeah, we all have $59 to give USA Today, big media company. But nonetheless, Miss Liz over there, they say she was the one who messed up something. The brother said she was the one that was blocking. She funded a fracking things to desecrated a sacred burial, Indian burial. Of course, they're gonna say Indian burial. She was the one who funded to desecrated this Indian burial. Okay, let me double check. Representative Liz, come on. Let's read a little bit of that and do a little research. Boy, this computer. All right. Chrome is not responding. Oh boy, did that thing freeze? But in the meantime, federal aviation officials said they were investigating after North Dakota State Representative Liz Conmey was killed in a small plane crash in Minnesota. The crash, April 25th, which involved a Beech F-33A, 3+3, equal what? This number is in the miss, okay? Took place shortly before noon, 12, in a suburb in Minneapolis. The Federal Aviation Administration, well, FAA, said the plane's pilot also was killed. Okay, let me see. She was 67, was the mother of 4 children. Okay? It's just mother of 4. Oh, boy. You can't even read this thing. It's just, you can't even read it. All right, it's just too much. Let's go somewhere. It's just too much. Nah, boy, I can't even finish this thing. All right, let's see if we can. Liz Coney, fracking. There was some news about that. Fracking of Dakota. Oh boy, I don't want to. Okay, somebody need to do this research, man. Anyway, she's no more. All right. Those are the lawmakers. Those are the people that pull string behind closed door. You don't know them. Yay, we know Sir Sean Combs, Sir Bill Gates, and Mark Zuckerberg. Like I told people, those are the folks that they put in front of you. But who was this woman? Do you know her real job? Like, what was she doing? What did she do to deserve this type of judgment from the Holy One? I mean, the Most High God Almighty don't pass judgment just like that. It doesn't. You need to do something of that magnitude to deserve this. As you can see, beloved, those people are dying in plane crash. All right?
That plane when it crashed in Brooklyn Park today. Now, the governor of North Dakota, Kelly Armstrong, released a statement tonight saying, in part, Kirsty and I are saddened by this tragic loss and offer our deepest condolences to our family, friends, and fellow legislators. We ask North Dakotans to join us in keeping them in our prayers. Here in Brooklyn Park, crews were on scene within minutes, and investigators say that the crash happened shortly after the plane took off. And again, some of the video you're about to see may be hard to watch.
Instant death.
This is the moment investigators say a Beech F-33A plane crashed in Brooklyn Park. Neighbors who live across the street heard the impact.
I was in the house in my bedroom, and my daughter was eating cereal at the kitchen table, and there was a really loud boom.
It was scary because it was like, it's really close to my home and my family stays here.
Kim Clark was in his backyard and got this video of the plane engulfed in flames just after the crash.
We looked across the street and it was a huge flame, huge fire. And then everybody started calling 911. And some people were getting close to see if there were anybody alive. But then it kind of started to spark and the flames started to get bigger.
The Brooklyn Park Fire Department put out the fire. The FAA says there were 2 people on the plane. Local authorities say there were no survivors.
The police got here in a few minutes, but it was kind of sad to watch them. You could almost tell on their faces that there was a person in there, and they were kind of circling the plane they couldn't do anything without fire.
This marks the second deadly plane crash in Brooklyn Park in more than a year.
It's getting more and more worrisome because we're kind of in the line of the airport.
Well, let me try to say what the brother meant here. Most of those parks, beloved, you're hearing, oh, there was this Lincoln Park, Brooklyn Park. They are built on top of ley lines, sacred ground, mass grave, where a lot of horrible things happen, and they just build on top of them to bury whatever that they did. And those things, no matter who it is, you're going to pay. Who says that those 2 people that perished in this plane crash, their ancestors was not involved in certain horrifying, hideous crime upon our beloved? You never know. All right, so those parks, they are very powerful spiritual places. That's why they put them all over. And there are certain parks you cannot go visit, certain national park you cannot visit. Like the Grand Canyon is well famously known. There are certain areas you can't go there. All right, let's keep on. Wait, can we keep on moving? Oh, all right. I gotta drop that little lady. See if we can take one more video. All right, let's take this fellow right here, Mr. Rabbi. Took this guy right here.
Tonight, only on CBS News Miami, an ordained rabbi running out of jail accused of disturbing crimes against children. This is the second time he's been arrested in less than a month for allegedly molesting minors. CBS News Miami's Anna McAllister is your reporter live at the jail in West Miami-Dade. Anna?
Lauren, 54-year-old Shia Lunger is accused of molesting 2 young girls who were just 14 and 15 years old, and he's known in the community as a rabbi and a counselor.
Walk with me. What do you guys have to say about the allegations? No comment.
No comment. Walk with me. and nothing's going to happen to this guy. You won't see the black community go after this dude saying that they find baby oil in his house and he sold his soul to the devil. They won't vilify this guy because he's not black and he's not a celebrity. Hell, he's not a successful man with money. If there's one thing our people love to do, going after people they heard rumors or whatever. Okay, this was report. This is not rumors. This is court reported. They wrote things down. The victim or dead, they can be identified. This isn't rumors. Those guys been doing this. But this video like this, they won't go viral. This guy won't do stuff because, he's the chosen, part of the chosen people over there in that desert. That's what the dude over there and say, no, man, we ain't got history to talking about, man, over there and then molesting. Yeah, that's why you people doing over there, man.
Lunger was silent as he ran from jail and into a waiting car outside of TGK Tuesday night.
What do you want to say to the families?
Lunger, who is an ordained rabbi and count.
Okay, Mr. Shia Lunger. All right. This guy won't go viral. People won't go after him. Say, how many more victims there's out there? You rapist. People won't make joke about him, vilify him, destroy him because he's not a black successful man. In fact, people will see stories like that. They will just ignore it like, whatever. I don't know that guy. Oh, I believe she's ready. Probably that's the last. I can hear her. All right, beloved. If I ended here, we have a good 2 hours. We have a good almost 3 hours. If I ended here, I had to, take care of that little lady. So let's just finish this video right quick.
Counselor from North Miami Beach is accused of molesting 2 girls years apart.
Judge, he's out on felony bond. Okay, so good morning, sir. You were arrested pursuant to an arrest warrant with some serious charges.
According to investigators, Lunger was in jail Tuesday for allegedly molesting a 14-year-old girl. Investigators say Lunger was visiting the victim's family's home in Miami in May of 2021 when he offered to get supplies for the house and took the girl with him to Publix. Police say Lunger made inappropriate comments and held her hand while in the store. It goes on to say on the way back, he continued making inappropriate comments by asking her if she recalled all the places he loved and missed her. The arrest report says Lunger then placed his hand on the victim's breast over her clothing for approximately 1 minute. The defendant then leaned.
Okay, well, just try to, put this thing as some kind of, he was just playing with her, touching her hand. Dude was all over that girl. He was all over. This is how they put him. He placed his hand on the victim's breast over her clothing. Well, what is that? Maybe she was crossing the street and then the car was coming and say, hey, stop. And then he put his hand over her breast. No, I mean, tell me exactly what this dude was doing to her, okay?
Towards the victim and attempted to kiss her lips. Lunger's attorney saying this about the allegations.
The allegations alleged in the arrest form, in my opinion, do not substantiate the charges. Also curious is that on a case like this, where there's basically the allegations not even to be admitted are a hug and a kiss on the head, basically.
Police say this victim, who is now 19 and lives in Israel, came forward after hearing.
There you go. She's 19. She lives in Israel. She need that man. She need that cash, dog. Mr. Shaya.
Lunger's arrest less than a month ago. A separate case involving another alleged victim who was 15 at the time.
Well, over there in Israel, they can do this. It's legal over there for them to do this, It's legal here for them to do because they have a separate law for those folks. So, hey, let's keep on moving.
People, I've just been informed that some of you have worked for a competitor recently. Those of you who did are fired. So grab your gear and go. Get out.
Patrick Muldoon, known for being a 90s heartthrob on shows like Melrose Place, has died. He was 57 years old.
You're fired too. In fact, you're all fired. Grab your stuff and get out.
I have no idea who this fellow was, but those folks are dying. 57, 5 plus 7. You know what to do. He died of a heart attack. All right. Okay, beloved. Unfortunately, time has cut short with us. I have to leave you with peace. I have to leave you with love. I say shalom. I will see you folks next Sunday. For those of you that are in the class, please join our Patreon. The schedule is changed from 8:30 p.m. We're now going to do that 12:30 p.m. Eastern time pre-recorded, okay? Great glory, great peace. Shalom.